Hey y'all,
Hey,
welcome to Flip Flop Barnyard.
I'm Jenna,
I'm Derek.
and if you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here for a while, howdy. We have something really big to share with you guys, but first, in case you are new here, we kind of want to do a quick recap of what's going on so that you'll be up to speed and you'll understand be able to fully grasp and fathom what we're telling you.
Yeah.
So we bought this farm about 2.5 years ago. It's 136 acres with a barn, running water and electricity, but no home. And we lived in campers for 2 years of that 2.5 years, basically. Yeah. We also have 8 children, and you can't see my belly, but number 9 on the way, due in about 8 weeks. And we had intended on building right here with this amazing view. There's a lot of weeds in the background, but when they're chopped down, you can really see better. It looks even better, but it's an amazing view. We had planned on building a house up here, and due to a lot of reasons, it just was not financially feasible for us to do. It just wasn't going to work out. And so we, I guess it's been a long time, almost 9 months now. We moved into a house that we're renting just down the road from the farm. Quarter mile, something like that, half mile.
It's about a half a mile. Yeah.
Half a mile, so just literally at the bottom of the driveway of the farm, pretty much. So we decided to sell the farm because we were just spinning our wheels and we need a home.
Yes.
And we can't rent the house. It's it's bigger than campers, but it's not very big. And we need more. And we want a homestead, so it's
hard to homestead when you don't live on your farm.
Yeah. So it's been perfect and ideal for the now, but we've been excited about what God's going to do in our future. And so he provided a buyer for our farm that, as part of their contract in buying the farm, they wanted us to continue to farm it for at least 2 years, which was amazing because we had nowhere to take our roughly 30 cows and all the other animals we have at the time. People kept asking us, what are you gonna do with all your cows when you sell the farm? And we said, we don't know, but God does. And it's just amazing because we didn't have to worry about that. He provided the house miraculously that we're in. He provided the buyer that was letting us keep our animals here. So everything has just been walking out this path of, we have no idea what the next step is. We have no idea what the future holds, but we're gonna trust God and that he does. And as long as we walk in obedience and do what we feel that he's telling us to do, everything continues to work out. Yeah. So
the new farm owners came in, I guess it was 3 weeks ago now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was
3 weeks ago 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
2 weekends ago, yeah.
2 weekends ago to camp and just explore the farm and hang out on it. And they live out of state right now, but not too far. But they approached us, said they had a crazy idea. And it is a crazy idea. It doesn't make any sense, but it feels right, so it must be God.
Crazy, a little scary, but it feels right.
It's right. So they said they wanted to have 2 houses on the farm and a bigger house up here where we are, where we had originally intended to build, and a smaller house down across by the barn
that they're going to live in.
Eventually. And they wanted to talk to us about collaborating on a floor plan for the bigger house that's going to be here. Wanted me to, I guess, act as general contractor to oversee the build and do the things that I can do to build it, and for us to be able to live in the house. We haven't discussed an actual hard timeline yet, but just 3. Yeah, the number 3 to 5 years has been talked about, and so for free, and to continue to farm the same way we have been. We'll obviously accommodate the things they're wanting to do for their farming endeavors. They don't want to do the farm as a business. They understand that this is our livelihood.
They want a homestead.
Yeah, they want to kind of homestead, which is easy to accommodate with all of the land and with what we're doing.
And just incorporate it into what we're doing.
Yeah, it just fits right in. And so that was the deal.
They have an extremely similar vision for the farm that we have.
Yes.
We really felt like God had spoken to us over the farm and what its purpose was and how to use it and all that. It's just been crazy how similar our views on it are and our dreams for it
From
are.
the very first time they came to the farm to see it, God's hand has been at work.
Oh, yeah.
I just happened to be up here, or
Within
God set a divine appointment.
5-minute window when they showed up.
Yeah.
They couldn't get a hold of a realtor, and they showed up just to see if anybody was here, if they could even see the farm. And
I was here.
Here, down by the gate, which you hadn't been. You just
No.
drove down there and showed the farm.
I showed them the farm and was sharing what our vision was for the farm, that we weren't going to be able to see it come to fruition on this farm, but it was still for our next place. And it was amazing. They had just been talking very similar vision for the farm, for their farm, not this farm, but their farm that they were going to buy, was very similar to ours. And so it's just, God just works everything out. And we couldn't have done it any better if we could have.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know what we could have done. Yeah, God has done it all.
Ordained divine.
Yes.
Ordained by God situation.
Yep.
Like,
And they are
crazy.
believers. Great people.
Yeah.
They are awesome.
Yeah.
And
And very quickly, within the first few days of having this conversation with them, we settled on a floor plan. Everything, any changes we found one we liked, but we needed to tweak it. And every little change and every suggestion on either end has just been 100%. Oh yeah, I love that idea. There's been no, no going back and forth. It's just been like, oh yeah, and it's which is insane.
It is crazy, because when you're designing a house to live in on a farm, like a homesteading type house, the floor plan is not conventional. The architect, he says, well, what about this if you do this? And I'm thinking and it's like,
his ideas are great.
They're great ideas for a normal family. And I felt bad because we were just like nixing all of his ideas. And I told him, I said, hey, I don't want you to feel like we don't like your ideas. It's just that we've been dreaming of the ideal house for 20 years. And we're very decisive. We know what we want, and we've walked it out so many times in our head how we want the house laid out. And it's not a conventional, like for a home in the city, it wouldn't make sense.
No.
His ideas would be great, but for what we need on a farm, a pantry, large utility room with
I
storage.
care more about pantry and utility room than a closet in my bedroom. I mean, I'm going to have a closet, but I don't need a massive walk-in closet.
Giant closet,
I was like, I don't have that much stuff for my closet. I have way more bulk food, and I need a big utility room.
Yep.
So, just different things like that. So, plus to accommodate a family of 11 is what we will be when we move in.
Yep.
It's also a kind of a big deal. Obviously, kids will still be sharing rooms. It won't be, bedroom for everybody, but it'll be much more space than we've ever had.
Yeah. So the crazy thing is, we are going to be building a house on the farm that we just sold. I don't know.
Makes sense? No, it doesn't, but that's what God does. And it's right in the very spot that we had chosen to build a house when we first moved here.
When we brought the dozer across clearing land, when we got to here, we're like, okay, this is the spot.
We can build a house. We can put raised beds out here all around the house.
And God gave us the dream, but we knew there was no way we could do it. We were just trusting that God was going to provide the means.
We knew He was at some point going to provide the means here or somewhere else.
It's very important to dream big. Don't dream small because you think that you have to fulfill your dreams. It's not on you, it's on God.
What's funny is maybe the very week, I don't even know, a few days before they proposed this idea to us, I had just said to Derek, maybe I just dream way too big. And he was like, no, you're dreaming with God. You can't dream bigger than God. And I was like, yeah, I know, you're right. But it was just one of those moments of like, I just have such huge dreams.
It's unrealistic from our perspective.
They are.
It really is.
And I was like, and then it was like within days, it was like this dream of building a large house for our family with, everything in mind, all of the details that are important to us in a house just came to be, you know. And so we've already talked with the architect. He's drawing a preliminary plan, so we can go get all the estimates and all that good stuff and get the ball rolling.
it's exciting.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's still hard to fathom when we talk about it. We're like, is this real? Is this really happening? But anyway,
we're moving forward.
We're moving forward, building a house,
so
having a baby.
Yep.
All the good things. So anyway, I guess that pretty much wraps it up, and then explains the lack of a lot of videos in the last couple weeks because we've just been very consumed with designing a house.
Yes, very busy.
So anyway, we appreciate y'all. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a video. Give us a thumbs up so YouTube will know that you're enjoying it. Please comment below and let us know what you think about this whole wild, crazy
fiasco.
We'll catch you guys on the next one.
See y'all later.